A very good afternoon to all of you and welcome you all at third session of day 4th of 1 week faculty development program on skill development for employability and entrepreneurship presented by Training and Placement Cell of Guru Jambeshwar University of Science and Technology and sponsored by All India Council for Technical Education. Social media can be a valuable tool in your work search. It can help you find prospects and showcase your skills in innovative ways. Employers use social networking tools to find job candidates. That's why it makes sense to have a good online media presence and know how to use social media. Now, I would like to call upon Assistant Director of Training and Placement Cell of Guru Jambeshwar University of Science and Technology, Mr. Aditya Veer Singh sir, to welcome our honorable speaker, Mr. Sagar Amlani sir.
Thank you, Nikita. A warm welcome to our today keynote speaker, Mr. Sagar Amlani. Mr. Sagar Amlani is a global speaker, productivity explorer, and an author. He has over 16 plus years of professional experience on the productivity mindset. And what sets him apart is his initial life struggles. These struggles made him learn the value of time, money, and education early in life. And he believes in execution is the key ingredient of success. And he has trained over 1,800 plus professionals, creating result-oriented teams. He has served various corporates like Hyundai, TVS, Mercedes-Benz, Volkswagen, Royal Enfield, SDFC Standard Life, Renault, Nissan, Maruti, Godrej, and various other projects. He also believes in building the team with the right mindset, helps the organization create the proper infrastructure and establish the right system, standardize the process with their 100% focus on the set goals and learn the art of saying no. So as you know, most of you who are from the Guru Jambeshwar University might know Sagar Amlani because we have already taken their one session of on the how to use LinkedIn. But that was the initial phase of the session. So today we have Mr. Sagar Amlani again with us, and he will be sharing his lifelong experience on productivity and how to use LinkedIn
I think connectivity of Aditya ji has gone down. So, Sagar Amlani ji, we request you to start your session. Heartiest welcome from Training and Placement Cell of GJU Hisar. Thanks a lot for sparing time. You can start, Sagar ji.
Thank you very much, and a warm welcome to all the students here. So let's begin the journey, and we can understand what LinkedIn and what LinkedIn brings for all the students here. So before we begin, how many of you have a LinkedIn profile right now? If you have your LinkedIn profile, just share a yes in the chat. Great, 4, 5, good. So I am not talking to people who don't understand LinkedIn, but yes, you all have LinkedIn profiles. So basically, having a LinkedIn profile is very, very important, very crucial. But leveraging LinkedIn to get the right job opportunities, leveraging LinkedIn to connect with the right people, and leveraging LinkedIn to generate business is where the crux is. And today we are going to talk about how students, job seekers can leverage LinkedIn, because most of the time when you go online, they will say, oh, you don't have experience. We are looking for someone who has got experience. But today in the education sector, you have a lot of opportunities to showcase your experience, to showcase your skills, be it organizing an event, be it managing your internal college union, be it internal managing certain sections in your colleges. You all have a lot of experience. So when we talk about that, let's understand where that comes from. So why LinkedIn? Why do we have LinkedIn? So we have LinkedIn for a specific purpose, because LinkedIn is the biggest social networking platform for professionals. Now, I want you to take this poll. What you can do is take out your mobile phones or from your laptop, just go on to slido.com. And when you enter that slido.com, you can just put the number 921-796. And let's understand how much time we spend on social media platforms, which can include Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and all other platforms, maybe YouTube. You just have to log into slido.com and enter 921-796. Or you can even scan the QR code which is appearing on your screen. Wow, we've started getting answers. We've got 3 votes till now. Yep, it's changing. See, the demographic is changing. We have got 110 people. We've got 11 answers right now. Brilliant. 13. So right now, 90 minutes is winning the game. Okay, 3 hours is matching it. Okay, 60 minutes is joining the game. Okay. Brilliant. So last 10 seconds to go before we close this poll. Got 23 people voting right now. Great. So taking at the poll, we are looking at it at 26 people who have voted till now. 42% believe that they are spending more than 3 hours on different social media platforms, which could be Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, or any other platforms. Now that gives us a huge time. When we look at 33 minutes, 3 hours basically is nearly 120 minutes. Remaining time, I just don't want to calculate it there. But if you total it, it comes to 180 minutes. Sorry for my error there. But when we look at that, it's a huge number. So now I will stop this poll here and let's move on to the next poll where we talk about how much time do you spend on LinkedIn per day? It's the same poll. You can jump on to the next question. How much time do you spend on LinkedIn per day? It could be watching the post, commenting on other people's posts, engaging with other people's, reading other people's posts, or even sharing your own content or creating your own profile. It could be anything that you do on LinkedIn. How much time do you spend on LinkedIn per day? Wow, the answers are coming out very quick. 22 people have voted till now. I want all 113 to vote. We've got 113 participants. We are only seeing 22 participants till now. Come on, let's play fastest finger first, because remember, you're going to get an amazing cheat sheet at the end of the session, which can improve your productivity by 58% on LinkedIn. And this cheat sheet has already been consumed by 45,000 people across India, Dubai, Australia, and London. So quick. We've got 23 votes now. The last 10 seconds for me before I conclude it. 115 participants and we have 23 votes till now. 26 votes. Yes, the number is jumping. Brilliant. Quick. 28. Come on, get a cup of coffee for yourself and get engaged. Brilliant. So now we understand that there are 66% of you who spend almost 15 minutes per day on LinkedIn. The remaining 70%, 30 minutes, 10%, 60 minutes, and approximately 7% spend nearly 3 hours on LinkedIn. So the earlier poll that we had 30 votes where we had more than 3 hours, 43%. Here we have 67% people that spend 15 minutes on LinkedIn. Now, let's understand what is so unique about LinkedIn, or what is so important, or what is so specific about LinkedIn. So this number which I'm sharing right now on the screen, 722 million, it keeps improving and increasing every day. Right now, as we speak, there are more than 770 million profiles already, out of which 51% are active. Now, if you look at the spread, there are millions of profiles across the countries, 200 countries included. Now, if we try to look for India, India would be somewhere around 1.2 to 1.5 million users approximately. And that, my friend, is not a small number. Here it shows 71 million exactly. So 71 million is for the Indian continent. Now, when we have so many people, of which 63% are senior leaders, 58% are decision makers, and 23% are CEOs. We need to understand that these are the decision makers and these are the people who will be interested in looking at your profile, connecting with you and engaging with you. Let's understand the statistics that we need for job seekers. Now, you as students, of course, you're looking out for job, but even professionals who are in mid-career crisis, professionals who are looking for growth, professionals who are looking to change their field are also job seekers. So as we speak, as on today, there are 50 million open positions on LinkedIn. Job seekers normally spend 30 minutes a day on applying jobs on LinkedIn. 40 million users search for jobs every day. And 87% of recruiters use LinkedIn regularly, which means your chances of landing onto a job increases by 87%, where in comparison to Naukri, it's 72%. Indeed is growing. Right now, Indeed is at 63%, but yes, it's growing. And what is that makes you different is your profile. Having a powerful profile, having a good profile will improve your chance to land onto the recruiter's search. There are two ways. A, you can apply to various jobs. B, the recruiters can hunt you down. You never know who is looking for you. Now, when we talk about 87% of recruiters use LinkedIn to check candidates, that is about the credit checking, the social media checking. What kind of a human being are you? What kind of a person you are? What kind of a team member you are? And what kind of a member or an employee you will be. So when you go down for your interviews, even social media proof is checked by 87% of recruiters, which means your profile becomes your gold mine. Your profile becomes your resume. Your profile becomes your opportunity to land onto an amazing job. Now, when we look and talk about all this, if you have any questions, you can always share the questions in the chat box and I'll be more than happy to answer. Any questions that you have for now, I'll be more than happy to answer.
No, sir.
Brilliant. So we will keep moving on to the next slide. I think the slides have gone blank, right? Just give me a thumbs up if it's gone. Okay, yeah, it's coming up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think it's coming up. Great. So when we did a study of how the LinkedIn profile plays the role, we got to see this analysis. There are profiles like an entry-level profile or a no profile. I mean, it's just a blank profile. Second comes, some might have a photograph, about summary written here and there, and maybe a little bit of an experience. And the next profiles were very, very detailed, comprehensive, complete in all terms. Now, when we looked at the analysis of those, this is what we got. That when you're actually looking at an entry-level job, only 15% had a comprehensive LinkedIn profile. At the mid-level, when they're looking at a job change or something else, 13%. And as you go higher on the rank, maybe 11% was the comprehensive profiles, which means out of 700 plus million profiles, only 15% of the students had actually comprehensive, complete profiles. Now imagine if you are in that 15%, what is your chance to land onto a right opportunity? So that brings us to the importance of having the right profile. But why am I talking about all this? Who am I to talk about all this? So let me share a little bit about myself. I was awarded the commended profile of LinkedIn 2019, where they selected the profiles. The top 100 profiles were then awarded, where I was ranking somewhere around 84. So out of all the profiles available on LinkedIn, they scrutinized the profiles, and out of that, they selected 100, and that's where I was awarded as the commended profile. I was also given the host of LinkedIn Local Hyderabad, where we built a community of 500 active professionals, which got me onto my journey for PSAI, becoming a professional speaker as a board member presenting right now. I even got an opportunity during COVID when everybody was working and struggling to be on the job, save their job. I took the leap of faith and started my own journey. I established my own company as Zappro Consultants, which is into building productivity mindsets. It didn't stop there. The LinkedIn went on supporting me on that, and I published my first book, endorsed by Marshall Goldsmith and Ron Kaufman and many others. And the book right now has sold over maybe 1,000 copies. The book is available on Amazon, and that book talks about at the crossroads of life, what kind of decisions, what kind of problems that you go through when you are at the crossroads of life and how you deal with that. So this is what LinkedIn gave me. It gave me my social proof. It gave me my career. It gave me my company. It gave me my book. And it also gave me my own LinkedIn Local Hyderabad community. Now, I couldn't ask for anything more than this, because everything you need is available here right on LinkedIn. So let's go to the next step and understand how you can build it for yourself. Now, if I have to ask you a question, where do you rate yourself on LinkedIn in terms of your profile, in terms of your engagement with others, in terms of your consistency on LinkedIn and the right connections? You can put yourself as number 1, 2, 3, 4, where number 1 relates to striking gold, 2 is a slow burnout, 3 is a fast burnout, which means the person goes in, be on LinkedIn for 1 month, 2 months, and then he says, nothing works out, I'm off. And the last one is, he comes in a week, puts some post, gets some engagement, moves out, comes after another week, and so on and so forth. So where do you rank yourself on LinkedIn right now? Number 4, okay. That's very humble of Ritik. Okay, let me see more votes. Number 2, Vishal, okay. Kajal is at number 1. She's already struck gold on LinkedIn. That's brilliant. Ankit is at number 3. Amma is at number 2. Monica is at 2. Saket is at 2. Okay. So most of them are ranking between 2 and 3, which is slow burnout. So let me explain slow burnout while the voting is still going on. So when we talk about slow burnout on LinkedIn, it happens that you create a profile, you get onto an engagement, you start working on the engagement, you keep always commenting on other people's profile, but nothing comes out. 3 months, 6 months down the line, you say nothing works out for me, and then that's where you just give up and you move on. But would there be some error that you're doing when you are at number 2, or when you're burning out slow on LinkedIn, you're not able to strike gold, you're not able to make the right connections? Let's discover the answers. We'll wait for 10 more seconds before we move on to the next thing. So Gaurav is at 2, Rakshanda is at 2. Okay, brilliant. Anybody else who wants to vote? We've got, I think, 18 votes till now. Yep. 10 more seconds. Come on, where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you checking your LinkedIn profile before you vote yourself? Where are you on LinkedIn? Okay, Akash is at number 3. Thank you, Akash. Brilliant. What else? Who else? Bhavika is number 2. Okay, lovely. Who is at number 1? Who has strike gold? Who has got the right connections? Who has got the right side income? Who has got successful hustle right now on LinkedIn? And who can say that whenever they post on LinkedIn, they nail it to the gore? Okay, we've got Ritu at 3. Brilliant. So while you guys keep voting, let's move on to the next point and understand when I talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, if you are at 2 and 3 and 4, how can you reach at 1? And why should you reach at 1? What is the beauty at 1? What are you going to get at 1? So when we move on to the next thing, some of you might have attended my online session somewhere or earlier sessions. So you would be knowing this. But for the people who are new, can you let me know what does ECG mean? The person to give me the correct answer wins 10 minutes one-on-one with me, completely free. Fastest finger first. The correct answer wins 10 minutes of my time, completely free. Quick, quick, quick. What does ECG stand for?
It stands for electrocardiography.
Okay, not the right answer. Second try. Electrocardiogram, no. Okay, I'll give you a little clue. We are talking about LinkedIn. So let's talk about ECG in terms of LinkedIn. What does ECG stand for? So we have got 2 smarties, Sahil and Rakshanda, but we are still waiting for the right answer to come. Come on, think, think, think. Press the thinking button. Hello? No referring to the online books that I've written or online blogs that I've written. What is ECG? Okay, we've got a different answer from Ritik. Entry level, common, gold. Brilliant answer, Ritik, but still it's not the right answer. Engineering consultant group, Gaurav. Think more, you're close to it. Employees corporate group, Vaishali, you're again close to it. Not the right one, but you're close to it in terms of group as a clue. Okay, so while you give me the answer and I'll look for the right answer, education, career, and goal, close, but not the correct one. Let me give you a clue. So the ECG report of your LinkedIn looks like this. The social selling index. Now, when you look at your ECG, this is how it will appear. How many of you would like to see your ECG report right now? Would you like to know what is your ECG score?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. Yes? Great. Go on Google and just type SSI space LinkedIn. And you will get a tab which will show a gray color box like this, which you see on my screen right here. It's right there. Measure your success with social selling index. Once you have opened your Google screen, you will see a box which says, get your score for free. Click on that and share your score. Like the one that you see here is 76 out of 100. Let me know who gives the first score, who is a smarty to get their SSI quickly. And that is your ECG. We have Nitya giving out 44. Brilliant, Nitya. 41 out of 100. That's good. So Nitya is fastest finger first, 44. Vishal is second runner-up, 41 out of 100. Who else? All you have to do is go in Google, press SSI space LinkedIn. You will get a gray box like you see right here. And in that, you just have to click on get your score for free. Amay is 18, not bad. So while people are finding their SSI score and posting it, let me explain the 4 components that we have here. The 4 components of the score is establish your professional brand, which talks about your profile, the content that you're posting, the conversations that you're having, and how you're engaging with people. Nitya and Vishal, I'll take your questions in the second round. So keep your hands there and I'll come back to you. Thank you for that. Finding the right people. Finding the right people means how you connect to people, how you connect to different people, how you engage with them. Do you connect with them by writing a personalized message or not? And that is how it works. The third comes is engaging with insights. So how are you having conversations on LinkedIn? How cool is your approach to other people? Are you writing to demean someone? Are you writing to encourage someone? Or are you writing to share your knowledge on LinkedIn? The last is building relationships. So how are you connecting with different groups? How are you engaging with people? So by now, I'm sure you would have guessed that ECG means engagement, consistency, and groups. So this is the right answer. ECG stands for engagement, consistency, and groups. Brilliant. Kajal, I see you have a score of 48. Thank you very much for sharing it with me. Monica is at 23 by 100. Brilliant. Thank you. Yes, Vishal, you can unmute and ask your question before we move on to the next session of ECG. Vishal, do you want to ask anything? Okay.
Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
And thank you. This session was a very good going on.
Yeah, what's your question?
Sir, my question is that I tries to find out means the right connections.
Okay.
But and I gave them emails also, but didn't get the proper reply.
No problem. Wait for the presentation. The next slide will give your answers. Don't worry. Okay. Thank you, Vishal.
Okay, sir.
Brilliant. So now we are all in a digital age. We are all in a digital world and we all want our digital visiting cards. How many of you would like to have your own visiting card, which is nothing but a QR code? If your answer is yes, pick up your mobile phone and open the LinkedIn app. Okay, so now that you have opened your LinkedIn app, you will see something which is similar on the screen. you will see the 4 dots right up there. Click on that. It will bring you to the next slide, which is scan and my code. Right? Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Vishal, if it's not there, you need to update your application. Don't worry. It is there for everyone. Okay, so now we move on to the next one. When you go to scan and my code, it will give you 2 different options. When you go to my code, you will see something like this. And this is your digital business card, which you can either share with your friends, save to your gallery. So next time when you go on to networking, we are all in COVID. You don't need to exchange cards. Just share the QR code, scan it, and boom, it will connect you. You want to try it? I give you 10 seconds to try it. Scan this QR code and you will directly land on my LinkedIn profile. So you don't have to take effort of finding me, searching me, typing my name, nothing. Open LinkedIn, scan the QR code. So you have to use this option of scan here. Click on scan and just scan this QR code. And once you land on my profile, either you can connect or you can follow. The choice is yours. I hope you have downloaded your own QR code and you've been able to scan this. If I get 2 thumbs up, I know that people have done it and we will take the next step. Were you able to scan the QR code? Just give me a virtual thumbs up and I'll be done. Brilliant. We've got 1. Okay, Kajal has tried it. Brilliant. So all of you now have your own business card. You all have your own visiting card. So congratulations on having your own digital card delivered at your doorstep. Now comes the most important part. We understood the importance of, we understood the importance of LinkedIn. We understood why we should have LinkedIn. We also did a poll where we understood how much time people spend on a social media, which is 3 hours approximately. But when it is coming to LinkedIn, people spend mostly 15 to 20 minutes is what we saw. Now, going forward, we also saw that when you have a comprehensive LinkedIn profile, you attract more recruiters, you attract more people, you attract more connections. But what does this profile actually mean? What do you actually mean by a LinkedIn profile? It's very easy, isn't it? There's a banner, there's a photograph, there's a headline, summary, and that's it. So what is the big fuss about having a right profile? Isn't that the question that you have right now? Of course, yes. So let's understand what I mean by having the right profile. So the first profile that I see on LinkedIn is confidential. They will not have their photographs because their family doesn't allow them, or their parents don't allow them, or some of the other restrictions, or they don't want to be seen on social media because of office restrictions or organizational restrictions. Why are you on LinkedIn? Because LinkedIn is a platform for social networking. If you can't see me, if you can't actually get in touch with me, if you can't see my face, my smile, my eyes, how will you ever connect? So those profiles, I call them the confidentials. The second profile comes as the salesman. You connect with the individual and within 10 seconds or not even 10, within the same second, the hi, and the next is, I'm working in this company, these are my products, this is what I want to do, and I want to connect with you and have a conversation with you and discover what we can sell. They are ready with their pitch, be it an application, be it a software, be it a course, be it an event invitation, anything. They are just ready. The minute you connect with them, and they end up sending you a good message. And that message is nothing but a sales pitch. Sometimes students also do that. They will connect with the higher officials. They think that they are sending an email, but the email or the invitation or the note contains Hi, sir, I would like to connect because I'm looking for a summer internship. Now, that isn't fair. That will not lead you anywhere. If you really want to connect with someone, I'm giving you a tip. Take it from me. When you really want to connect with someone, go on their profiles, do a little research about them. What kind of articles are they posting? What kind of content they are doing? What kind of message they are passing? Once you have done research, engage on their profile, comment something, write something for a week and 10 days. And after that, send them a connection request stating a specific reason that, sir, I have seen your profiles, or ma'am, I've seen your profiles, and I am a fan of your post that you posted on so-and-so day. What I liked about that post was 1, 2, 3, and I am so much inspired by you that I would love to connect and know more about you. And trust me, you will build a rapport with them. Sometimes they might be out of connections because LinkedIn only allows you 30,000 connections. They will still reply to you. Thank you very much, because everybody loves to be appreciated. They will reply to you, and in that, you are starting to have a conversation even without connecting with them. And that is a premium feature of LinkedIn. But this is a hack where you can connect, chat, and converse with people without even having premium, which means if you're smart enough, you don't need premium. Don't be salesy. Instead, watch them, learn from them, and then try to connect with them, and 100% you will be connected. Vishal, this is a clue for you. Okay, so while we move on next, I love this kind of people on LinkedIn because they are rainbows. You will see them in all the groups. You will find them in all the events, and you will find them in all LinkedIn Live, all the profiles, everywhere. They will be colorful and present everywhere. But these are the ones who will be fast on their burnout because they are jumping everywhere. They are trying to be everywhere. They're trying to do everything without any focused goal. When you are focused on something, you can't be everywhere. Be focused on one channel. Let's say you want to join Wellspun. Go and check the key decision makers in Wellspun. Start following them. Start engaging with them on their courses. Try attending their online events, which are free on LinkedIn, sometimes in LinkedIn Live, and connect with them, and you will hit the right spot. The same way, if you want to engage with some startups or some other associations, do that. But just by being everywhere, just by learning everything, just by being present everywhere on LinkedIn, it gets you nothing. Okay. Now the next comes the professional. Now, when we talk about the professionals, they have stars all around them, like you have me. When I talk about that, we have utilized the profile to the fullest, the picture, the headline, the content, the banner, and we also have a beautiful about summary, which talks about call to action. You've got the right recommendations in spot and skills highlighted on the top. And that's exactly what it means by being a professional, right? So the next slides, what I'm going to share with you will make you a professional profile on LinkedIn and give you the right hack. Now, when we talk about the LinkedIn profile, the first thing that you see is a photograph. So what do you need to understand from a photograph? One, have it as a professional photograph. Two, smile. Because when you smile, your photograph emits positive energy. Second, when you're taking a photograph, look into the camera. Don't look here, there, or like this, because that is different. When you look and have a picture in the camera, it makes an eye contact with you, like I'm making an eye contact with you right now. And that creates a bond, that creates trust, that creates an attachment when you're seeing a photograph. Because social media does not allow you to see everything. So at least the photograph that you have, make it professional, have an eye contact, and add a little smile to it. Ensure that you don't have a very colorful background, because then it takes away the energy or it takes away the attention. Second, you can create your own banners. How many of you know that you can create a free banner using Canva? I will just add the link for all of you in the chat. You can take and use that completely free. You can create your own banner in Canva, and the dimensions and everything are already available. I've just shared it in the chat. Use it. It's absolutely free for all of you. The dimensions are 1548 into 900 something or 600 something, but you can create as beautiful banners as possible on Canva using your creativity. But when you're talking about a banner, what should you have? A, you can have your achievements or your photographs which showcases your skill. B, try to showcase what are your passions, what are your skills, what are your interests. Third, try to highlight what are your favorite subjects, because you're all students. I'm sure you would have some subjects, some inclinations towards, let's say, automation, digitalization, chemical engineering, production engineering, or maybe you're looking into MBA, then it would be finance, marketing, retail, so on and so forth. And you can have a beautiful tagline. Let me share one amazing tagline that I've already shared with a very senior leader. When he was in sales and he was trying to put a headline which talks about many things that he does in sales in terms of business transformation, business development, bringing lots of bottom line and all that, I just gave him 3 words. Selling is solving. Isn't that true? When you are solving a problem, the sales will automatically happen. And that is what a sales excellence executive should look at. Now, that's the keyword that you should play around with in your banner. Share what you're good at. Share your strengths. Share your passion. Okay. So now coming on to the next is, now when you look at my profile, it talks about business consultant, global speaker. I work with individuals and organizations to build productive mindset. You will have a question. I'm neither a consultant, I'm just a student, I don't do this, I don't do that, and I don't have anything that I can put as a headline. My friend, you have amazing things that you can put on your headline. I'm sure you would have won some awards in elocution. You would have won some awards in some participation, some kind of other activities that you do. Put them down as a headline, because those indicate your team spirit, your skills, your ability to win, and your ability to show your grit, what you are. So don't worry about what you have or what kind of a student you are. I'm sure everyone will have something to add in their profiles. For example, now this student was based out of US. So aspiring Java software developer, seeking entry-level programming and experience with JavaScript. A simple thing. What you're looking for, what you have, and what additional skills you have. I'm sure all of you will have these 3 things to put on your headline. And I'll be more than happy to see what you have changed in your headline. If you have done any changes, you can always send me a text message on LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to check your tagline. Let me know, and I'll be more than happy for sure. So this is one example which you can update your headline for. Rather than looking, I'm actively looking for a job, No, make it more appealing, make it more aspiring. Now comes the second point, which is about LinkedIn profile summary. Now, whenever we write the summary, we intend to write it in the 3rd person, but that is wrong. Because when you go and meet someone in the networking process, what do? We'll say, hi, my name is Sagar. I'm a productivity explorer and the author of the book. The same way you have to write it in your LinkedIn summary. It should be in the 1st person. It should be engaging, and it should try and build some kind of trust with your achievements, your summary, and what do you want to do in life. So I normally tell my friends or my clients or my students that come to me to do it in 5 ways. The first one is who you are. Need not be only a student. I'm sure you're more than a student. Then what do you do? Why do you do? What are you doing? That shows how passionate about you on that subject. And how are you different? Because let's say there are 60 engineers in your batch, 60 finance students in your batch, 16 marketing and marketing experts in your batch. How are you different? And then a call to action that maybe let's connect and discuss this. Let's connect and discuss that. Or this is what I would love you to answer. What are your views on that? Some kind of a call to action where they engage with you and they are hooked onto your summary. For example, this is one summary. You can all just have a look at it. If you want, take a screenshot of it and keep it with you so that that helps you to create something. Now, this is also of a student based in Tampa. Right? I'm sure you would have taken a screenshot. If not, please take a screenshot and keep it for yourself. It shows about who that student is, where he has learned it from, what are his aspirations, and what did he do in terms of his internship. Then comes what are his backgrounds. Maybe he has studied something else earlier and now he's done his master's. And then his ask, his call to action, what is he currently looking at? Right? A simple thing, but very, very effective. This is the continuation of some other student where he talks about his achievement followed with the qualifications. Now, I'm sure you would have done a lot of volunteering activity, a lot of business school activities, a lot of inter-school activities, inter-school associations, some kind of participations. Put all of them here and let your profile flourish. Great. Now, when I talk about leveraging LinkedIn with the profile and with other stuff, which I've already told you, but at the same time, you also have to ensure that whenever you write your experience, whenever you write your summary, whenever you write your recommendations or any other stuff, you also have to be smart enough. So whenever you are posting your content on LinkedIn, you don't need to repost it on other platforms. If you take a screenshot of this, which is a settings, which you can do on LinkedIn, you can connect your LinkedIn with Twitter and do a smart work. So everything that you post on LinkedIn gets posted on Twitter automatically. The challenge here is LinkedIn allows 3,000 characters, wherein Twitter, if I'm right, allows only 220 characters. So you have to be smart enough when you write your content that the first 2 or 3 lines are very powerful, because only those 2 or 3 lines will go onto your LinkedIn profile. My mistake, will go onto your Twitter handle. So by using this smart work or using this hack, you can connect your Twitter to LinkedIn. So while you just publish it on LinkedIn, you automatically are also creating your footprint on Twitter. Isn't that amazing? You can handle 2 platforms from 1. Brilliant. I'm sure many of you wouldn't have known it. And now that you know it, I would be more than happy if you can just do that and have smart work done on LinkedIn. Now, URL. So many students, so many professionals send me their URL, which would be a random URL with linkedin.com/in/XYZ, and then there would be some numbers, 87573. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me. So let's say we just take example of Pratap sir. Now he's a director of placement. What if he has his LinkedIn profile where he says www.linkedin.com/in/Pratap, the placement officer, right? Now, immediately when I see the profile of Pratap ji, I don't need to know what he's doing. I immediately will know, oh, he's into placement. Wow, let me connect with him and check if I need some students to get into my company. The same way, if you look at my profile, all I have to do is I have to tell someone, okay, my URL is Sagar, the Productivity Explorer. Now, I need not tell someone that I'm a Productivity Explorer who has been trademarked only in India and do da-da-da. No, I don't need to tell them that my niche is productivity. No, my URL speaks for itself. So use your URL to be the person who wants to sell without even being salesy. Now, when I give you my URL, I'm selling my niche, but that's my URL. I'm not selling it. So that's a trick that you can use for yourself. Now, let's play fastest finger first again. What is missing on this slide? There's something missing on this slide. What's missing? Come on, fastest finger first. What is missing on this slide? That will show how much you are using LinkedIn. You're not supposed to go on LinkedIn and check what's missing. Tell me what is missing right now. Dislikes? Well, that's not on LinkedIn for now. What else is missing? Rakshanda, absolutely. Support. Monica, you're very, very correct. Comment. So these are the two things that are missing right now on this slide. Most of us, when we are on LinkedIn, we are so lazy that we just press the like button or love or insightful and just move on. We don't stop to comment. We don't stop to engage. We don't stop to read, absorb, and have a conversation. Write it down as the most critical hack if you really want to build network. Engage with people. Comment on their post. Have a conversation. And don't comment awesome, brilliant, great share. No. Try and read the post that they've written and try and add value to the conversation. And trust me, you will achieve brilliant results. I know someone, I'll not take the name because it's being recorded right now, but I know someone for 1 year, that gentleman did not post even one post on LinkedIn, but he had 43,000 followers and 29,000 connections just by commenting, engaging on other people's posts. Isn't that amazing? The power of LinkedIn. You don't need to create your own post. Just engage on the other posts which are relevant to your subject, which are relevant to your skills, your passion, or something that you really like. And trust me, you will see a very, very warm, organic welcome on LinkedIn. And that will also help you to connect with the recruiters, with the right HR people, with the right fraternity. So after maybe 6 months, 1 year, 10 days, 15 days, you connect with them. They are aware, oh, this girl, this boy has been posting regularly on my post. He's been commenting and he writes really nice, which means I should connect with him. And that, my friend, will get you to the places where you can only dream about. Imagine, how did I get endorsement from Marshall Goldsmith and Ron Kaufman? Thanks to LinkedIn, only LinkedIn. And you can do it too. The key is consistency. Now, when it comes to content, most of the students come and tell me, so we are just students, we are not experienced, we are not thought leaders, we don't have any content. My friends, you're sitting on a gold mine of content. Ask me how, and the answer is, you attend a lecture every day. You attend a session every day. Just pick up that lecture, just pick up that book, that note, that chapter, and try and write 5 to 6 points that you learned from that subject on that very day. You will have a post ready, and that post will be appreciated by every professional, because we all have gone to MBA schools. We've all gone to the schools, and we tend to miss what we have learned. Sometimes getting a refresher of those points, sometimes connecting what you have learned to the live news that is coming in, or the live industry news that is coming in, and you relate it and create a content, people will be amazed with what you can write. So don't ever think that you don't have content. You are actually sitting on a content gold mine. You can add a photograph from your book, giving the credit to the author. You can add a video about yourself describing the chapter that you learned today and share something that you have picked up from that. You can even celebrate an occasion by sharing a certificate or an event or a party that you have done where you've achieved something for your college or your institution. You can also create a poll and ask, differentiation between blue ocean and red ocean strategies for business planning, or in terms of finance, or in terms of marketing, or in terms of engineering. That is what I call as smart content. So today you are sitting on a gold mine of content. I'll be more than happy to engage on your content. So next time when you're posting a content, tag me and I will be happy to comment on it to get you more visibility and more reach on LinkedIn. As LinkedIn is also a tool of collaboration, and I extend my full support to all the students because you are the future of India. And if I can support you in any which way, thumbs up, I will do that. Now comes the third point, which is groups. What are groups for? Groups are nothing but mastermind. On LinkedIn, you can have many followers, or you can have connections, maybe 5,000, 10,000, 6,000, 30,000. But you can join different groups, which is a cluster of 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 5 lakh students, professionals, growth hackers, website developers, or even engineers. So that is a mastermind where you can learn more and more things about how you can leverage on the groups. Sorry for the cough. How you can leverage with the people who are typing on the groups, because it's a very, very closed conversation. It's a very close chat of learned professionals. The rule on the groups is 80-20, which is Pareto analysis. 80% of the times, absorb, engage, conversations. 20% of the times, share your knowledge, post on the group, have engagement, create polls. So now, again, take a screenshot of this, and whoever was on number 2 and 3, I have given you the hints of where you can reach to number 1 by having an all-star profile, conversation, comments, engaging content, adding values, generating leads, and all this will lead you to the job role that you are actually aspiring for by having the right tagline, the right banner, the right summary, by using the 5 questions: who you are, what you're doing, why you're doing, how are you different, and the last is call to action. So take a screenshot of this matrix and keep it for yourself. Every time when you're thinking that there's something wrong, check, where are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now let's play a game and tell me, where do you think are we in terms of this presentation? What have you learned in this presentation and how useful it is for you? Give me one aha moment that you have picked up from this session right now. And for that, I'll take you onto a different slide or a different presentation where we can play around with the word craft. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we go back onto Slido, which is, oh, someone has already got into it. Okay, no problem, bingo. So you can join on slido.com, use the number and just add one word for today's session before I get onto the free gift and a gold clue. Let's build the cloud of what you have learned today. Rather than putting it on chat, let's get onto the Slido. So we have one vote till now. Let's see what others and where others are. All you have to do is go on to slido.com 921796. Connect with QR and engage. Brilliant. Amazing. Awesome. So we have A, B, C. SSI score check. Yes, your ECG. Very knowledgeable. Thank you very much. I feel happy to know that. Banner, absolutely. You can use canva.com completely free to create your own banners. And that is an awesome way to showcase what your skills are. You can use the banner for amazing stuff and completely free of cost. It was fruitful. Thank you very much. It was beneficial. So great. Now let me take you to the next slide where I talk about recommendations. Now, most of the students, when they talk about recommendations, they say, we're not working, we don't have an experience, we don't know any other people who can give us recommendations. Let me share a very, very simple hack for all of you. You work in a team to do a project. You can give recommendations to each other after completing the project. Let's say you are in a committee for organizing these kind of events. Give a recommendation to your friend who has organized this or arranged this type of events. The principals, the teachers also can give recommendations to their students and encourage their LinkedIn profile. But one thing, take care, don't give a false recommendation just for the sake of giving it. Because the minute you do that, it can be very, very easily known. How? You will give recommendations to X, X will give recommendation to Y. And when I see the profiles of given recommendations and received, if I see the names are matching, I know it's you scratch my back and I've scratched your back. So don't do that. Try to give genuine recommendations to your friend who are working hard for certain projects, certain events, and have created and made an impact in your life. Now, because you all have participated so well, I have a free gift for all of you. And everything that I've told you till now, plus more, as a LinkedIn productivity hack, which I have shared with 45,000 people across globe. Just scan the QR code, enter your email address, and the whole LinkedIn productivity hack to create your profile is free of cost. Don't worry, I don't send newsletters or spam using your email. That's not something that I do for a living, or I like doing it because I believe in productivity. So this is completely free from any such kind of things. No salesy, no pitches, nothing. Directly a free stuff delivered into your inbox. And you can enjoy that, keep it, share it with your friends, do whatever you want. It's completely your responsibility and your PDF. So this is where I'll take a break for a minute. You can scan and take your free gift. And in the meantime, be ready for question and answer. So you have a minute here. Take the thing and download it. And we have a 1-minute break for you to prepare your questions, think, assimilate, and understand what you need. So great. This is where we come to the end of the session, and I'm open to answer all your questions and more than happy to clarify any doubts. I hope you have all done the scanning and QR code. And if there's any question, I will be more than happy to answer. So over to you, Pratapji or Nitya.
Hello.
Sir, I have a question.
Sure.
Actually, sir, people keep posting different certificates or different achievements, and I haven't posted any yet. But if I want to, can I also post my past certificates, or it should be usual, or I should keep some like a duration, like after one day I'm going to post that, or I can post that continuously.
So when I talk about consistency, you need to have a strategy. Let's say you have five or six different certificates that you want to post. Try and create a strategy where you post why is this certificate relevant for the LinkedIn community. Let's say you want to pursue your career in finance, but you're posting your certificate about yoga. How does it really matter?
And that will be the rainbow category.
Yes. So be very, very focused in what you really want to post, what's your niche, and then post your certificates. Else, what will happen is people will just think random certificates and there's no engagement. But let's say you want to post about yoga, then that certificate, you should post it on either a yoga day or something which is related to yoga. Write a good content about yoga and then share that image about you doing yoga with that certificate. Now that adds a lot of value, that you are actually talking about your health, your fitness, yoga. And as finance individuals, you need to do yoga because you need to be present, you need to be mindful, and you need to have that thing. And then when you relate yoga to your niche, then it makes more logical sense. So I would still go ahead and post it, but I'll tweak it in this way.
Okay, okay, so thank you.
Hello.
Is there any other? Okay, Vishal.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Vishal.
I hope I am audible. Sir, I want to ask that what are the use of hashtags in the LinkedIn and how we can use them in a better way?
Vishal, I'm not able to understand your question because there was a break. Would it be
Hashtag.
okay if you can chat or type it, please?
What is the use of hashtag and how we can make better use of hashtags in LinkedIn?
Brilliant. So in that, I would rather play magic with someone who can share the screen. Who wants to do that? Let's do one magic trick. Pratapji, would you like to do a screen share opening your LinkedIn? We can do a little fun with the students.
Okay, let me
Okay.
check.
So Vishal, I will answer your question with experiential learning rather than giving you a straight theoretical answer. Is that okay, Vishal?
Yes, sir. Perfectly fine.
Perfect. तो हम प्रताप सर को थोड़ा सा परेशान कर देंगे अभी. So Pratap sir, if you can open your LinkedIn and share the screen, I will help you out.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying.
If anyone else is ready to do that, I'm okay, sir. No problem.
I can do that because I have just opened it.
Yeah, anyone who has got the sharing rights, I am more than happy to do that. Brilliant. We have Pratap sharing his LinkedIn.
Aditya ji is doing that.
Aditya is there. Perfect. So Aditya ji, now go into search on the top and just press hashtag career. CAREER. Enter. And click on this post and we will go to the hashtag then. Click on the post, not on the company. Yeah, click on this post. Yeah. And just click on the hashtag career from the blue icon that you see, right? Yeah. No, down, career. So now if we can see, there are 6 lakh followers of this hashtag. Okay, Vishal. Now we will do a little fun. Now my name starts with S. So we will add a S to this careers. So Aditya sir, if I can trouble you, can you just do careers, CAREER and the magic letter S. Yep. Yeah, you can select it from the down. Yeah, go on this and then same way, select the hashtag careers. 22 lakh followers. So this, thank you, Aditya ji. So this is the beauty, my friends, of using the right hashtag. If you use the right hashtag, you will have more followers. Okay, need not be always the magic letter of my word, but you can use hashtag marketing, hashtag branding, hashtag India. And like there are so many hashtags that have very many followers. Try and use the hashtags which are relevant to you. And in any post, no more than 3 hashtags. So one first hashtag becomes your driver hashtags, and the 2 hashtags becomes your wagon, which will follow. So don't use more than 3 hashtags. And whenever you use a hashtag, first go ahead and check how many followers it has. So for students, you can use careers, you can use entrepreneurship, you can use branding, marketing, India, finance. These 6 hashtags are the most top running hashtags. I'll repeat for you again: careers, marketing, branding, finance, India, entrepreneurship. So I hope I've answered your question, Vishal.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Aditya ji, for being such a sport.
Thank you so much, Sagar ji.
So any other questions that we have from the team, or you've understood everything that I told you?
Okay, I think Abhishek is trying to unmute. Abhishek,
Yes, please, Abhishek.
PP053.
Meanwhile, can I ask?
Yes, yes, continue.
Hi, sir. Kajal this side. Sir, I want to ask something like if you're going to post something on LinkedIn and after using hashtags, like 3 or 4 hashtags as per your convenience, and then your friend is also commenting on your post, that commenting for better reach. We often use these terms, right? And after that also, you didn't get so much of comments or so much of, likes, or even viewers are also very less in that time. So how can, we can find a solution over there?
So for that, the solution is very simple, that whenever you are posting it, create a group of people like 10, 15, 20 friends. And that I call as a wolf pack, right? So what you need to do is you need to comment saying commenting for higher reach, add a hashtag. Commenting for higher reach, add another hashtag. So 3 hashtags are in your post. Another hashtag comes in your comments.
Okay, for better reach with the hashtag also, right?
Yeah, so like let's say you have used India marketing branding. Now when you post it, I will again, if you tag me, I will go ahead and enter that, Kajal, that was a nice article on, operations management, and you've done a brilliant job sharing these points. I love the way you have done your research, hashtag leadership.
Okay, sir, got your point.
Right? But this all can be done only within the first 45 minutes of the post has been done. If you do it anytime after 45 minutes, the post has no value, because every minute there are millions of posts coming up on LinkedIn.
That my friends will do. I'm sure on that. Thank you.
Okay, dear.
Okay, we have Ritik. Ritik.
Sir. Hello. Hello.
Hi, Ritik.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Evening.
Sir, my question is कि हम इंस्टाग्राम पे जिस तरह पोस्ट करते हैं, तो एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम पे जब हम पोस्ट करते हैं तो उस पे ज्यादा लाइक्स और कमेंट्स मिलते हैं फॉर पब्लिक प्रोफाइल. क्या ऐसा कोई टाइम डोमेन लिंक्डइन के लिए भी होता है?
Yes, definitely hota hai, but every LinkedIn profile user, based on his network, based on his group of friends, has a different time frame. For me, it always works on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Friday. And normally I try to post it either before the office hour or just after the office hour, because that is when people were traveling and, scrolling the social media. But now, because the demographics has gone so wide, you need to test what time suits you. So what you can do is you can post 7 days in a week for different times and see where you've got the higher engagement, and that becomes your suitable time zone according to your network.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure, Ritik.
Anyone else?
Great. So then I have a question for all of you before anyone comes up with one more question. Like I told you that recommendation is very important. I also look for recommendations from all 110 of you present here on my LinkedIn profile. And this is how you can ask your friends, your family, your members, your team, whenever next time you do. So I'm setting an example for you right here, right now, that even though I am a professional speaker and an author, but recommendation from people like you will always add stars to my profile. So if you have learned something, I would be more than happy to see your recommendation on my profile. And that's my ask for the day. And like that, learn it and ask it from all others. So Nitya, do we have any other question?
No, sir. As of now, we don't have any other question. So on the behalf of Training and Placement Cell, I would like to heartily thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule and to be the speaker of this session on using LinkedIn for job hunting. And your presence and guidance helped us magnify our course in the best possible way. And I'm personally telling you, like, this was a mesmerizing session. And thank you so much for your guidance. Our heartiest gratitude to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dear Nitya. It was a pleasure always to connect with Hisar and again reconnecting on LinkedIn session.
Thank you, Sagarji.
Thank you, Sagarji. Thanks a lot.
Great. Thank you very much. And you all can take the QR code, the LinkedIn productivity app that I've given you as completely free tool. And I hope to see all your profiles, amazing headlines and banners. And feel free to tag me for a better reach. I'll be more than happy to do that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to request all the participants to please make your cameras on so that we can have a group picture as well.
So Nitya, you can do that. Take a group picture, post it on LinkedIn with 3 things that you learned today on this session, and tell everyone to tag Hisar or college and see the impact of everyone doing it within 45 minutes. And you will see how fast your post that you're doing will go viral. So you can learn it right here, right now on the session itself. Take a picture, post it online, hashtag Hisar, hashtag your college, hashtag India, and see the difference.
Okay, so I think we can wind up.